Yo, welcome to another devlog. And man, I will never skip another cutscene again. Well, at least not without paying my respects first. Okay? So I've been learning a lot past couple of days cuz I've done animations. I've drawn. There we go. Drawn animations. Drawn? What the heck is that? I've drawn animations. I've worked with animations, in Flash and done all that kind of jazz, right? But like full blown cutscenes, this was a first. And you know, as a little kid playing games, I always thought that making the actual game, making all the pieces move, all that stuff was like the hard part. Well, these days it's not. Like these days the hard part is like making an inventory or making cutscenes. Like I can knock out a boss even though if it's basic, like in half a day, right? Draw the actual boss, make everything move and just finish the boss in like half a day. A cutscene has been taking me ages, right? But anyways, the intro cutscene is done and everything came together. Like the whole story, I've given the reason to everything, like even the shop as a reason, right? So I'll show you in a second, right? I'll show you the cutscene, and it's gonna be live on the beta, so you guys can check it out for yourselves. But here's the story that I went with, right? So there's this little soul that's just wandering around the mana, like the mana stream, right? It's cheesy as heck, right? But it's a cheesy game, and I love it. Um, so there's this little soul, and then he gets called out by some voice, right? Turns out it's a goddess, right? Goes poof, big goddess, right? And she calls out for help, you know, because there's this bad guy who locked her away, took her powers, right? And now he's calling himself the Mennonite, right? So that's the last boss that I still need to fix. I'm not happy with that fight, right? So then the little soul, so then she's like, okay, if you help me, I can send you back, right? And um, if you agree to like help me and save me and all this jazz, right? So the way things come together is that after the soul agrees, like the goddess can't just give him a body, right? So they're gonna use this thing that's like a mana armor, right? Because this whole thing, the entire game, is within the mana sanctuary. That's the whole story, right? So all these levels and everything you're going through is within the mana sanctuary. That was where the goddess was, and she was kidnapped and all that stuff, right? So, but the only armor left is an old one, right? That's why you're so underpowered at the beginning, right? It's this old one, and it's tucked away deep within the sanctuary. It's like it's an old armor, right? Which makes everything make sense, right? In lore wise, that's why I start at the bottom. That's why I need to always climb. And I was already kind of thinking something like this. If you notice, the levels never end up below where you started, as far as I remember. It's always above, right? Because it gives you the sense that you're climbing, right? You're constantly going up, constantly going up. And this is why, right? You start at the bottom because that was an armor that was left behind because it was too old. So you pick it up. The goddess like brands you to it. Kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, right? Who was it that was stuck? I know one of them was Ed, but that's not the other one. It was L. Yeah, it was L. Kind of like L, right? So you're stuck inside the armor, but it's an old armor. But then the goddess also tells you like if you pick up the treasures along the way, and if you can find a portal to the mana stream, she can like give you more power in exchange for the treasures, right? And upgrade it. So everything comes together, right? Everything made sense. I was typing it out and I was like, oh my god, this is so cheesy and I love it. It's such a cheesy story. But everything makes sense. Everything has a reason. And that made me happy. It's like, I don't know, everything came full circle. Now, everything has a reason for being and existing. And you just don't have like this random shop. No, you actually go into the mana stream, and then you exchange for the treasure that's like, I don't know, magical. It's treasure from the sanctuary, right? Anyways, let me show you. I've been talking nonstop. Let me just show you. And I made sure everything works properly with mobile, without mobile, that you can watch it or skip the cutscenes, whatever it is you want to do. That was the heartbreaking part. It's like, you work so hard to make the cutscenes, and then at the very end, you're like, okay, now I need to make a button that just skips all of this. And it's just a basic cutscene as well. It's like, there's nothing special happening. It's just a back and forward, right? So let's say we pick classic. So then the cutscene starts, right? Starts telling you, one day a soul was traveling through the mana stream, all that stuff, right? That I just told you. Then he hears a voice. Then he looks around. It looks so cute. He's like looking around like, what the heck? Well, where is she? Then the voice goes, over here. Right? So he turns around. Then, boom. That looks so cool. Right? The sprites are so basic. But when I made that like animation of her showing up, it's like, oh my god, that looks so cool. And then with all the floaty bits. So yeah, you can tap on the screen. Like, we can use the mouse and just tap, right? That's it. Him agreeing, right? He makes a little noise, kind of like Link. You know how Link goes, grrr, right? You know, kind of like that. So you have the whole story, everything. I hope. I haven't seen this on mobile, but I hope everything's fitting on screen properly, and that I don't need to do more work. But I'll check it. I'll send this to GDevelop Games, and I'll test it. If it's not, then I'm sorry, and I'll just go back and I'll fix it. Right? Alright, saying that he's happy. He wants to kick some ass. There we go. See, that's the old armor, right? It's getting powered up. It's getting branded. Then he wakes up. There you go. He's up and running. How cool is that? Then you get the controls. And here you go. We're in the game. So you have this like introduction where the player like is like, okay, so what do my controls do, right? So here you're forced to go up. Here you're forced to like, you're like, oh, I can't grab. Maybe if I jump and grab, right? And then here you're forced to learn how to jump, right? Because you can't just go. And you get a bomb for your effort. And then you come here. And you learn to go through, right? And then we're back to all the stuff that you already know. And I haven't tested if everything's working fine after that point, because I have literally just done doing all the things and making sure that you can't skip. But it should be okay. I see no reason for it not to be like consistent. Yeah, let's die. Yeah, everything's working fine. Let's see if we can die. Also, if you're wondering why the sound gets kind of loud after you die, it's because I'm checking for range, and after you die, there's no range to be checked against. That's why the sound goes max volume on the shooting. Okay, thanks for playing. We go back. We go again. Let's go easy mode. Oh my god, that was too hard. And we get it. Okay. Now check this out, right? You can press the escape button or the Y button to skip, right? But when you're on mobile, you get different instructions. One of them is you can tap to continue, like this. We just tap the screen. And if you want to skip, you press and hold for 3 seconds. There you go, it skipped. Same thing here. If you want to skip, you press and hold. And why is it not skipping? There's always... Oh my god, there's always one. Right? Just when you think you're done with your job, you're like, everything's working. It's like, no, it's not. Intro level cutscene. That's intro level. Did I actually close? Oh my god. I'm so very not smart. That's supposed to be working. Why is it not working? Why you do this to me? Why must you hate me so? Where is it? Intro cutscene. Intro level cutscene. These are all like, I would say placeholder names, but they're not really. They're gonna stay. Okay, you're supposed to hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Why is it not skipping? Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go figure that out. But it's the only thing, right? Like the other keys are working. I have no idea why that's not working, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, so Y button skips. That is fine. Does the escape button work? Why does it skip the other one? But not this. Yeah, everything's skippable. Like everything can be skipped. Why does the timer not work? Whatever. I'll work that out and then I'll upload this to GDev Games so you have a little bit more game for the next time you play. Right? I hope you enjoy. If you like, leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. I really appreciate the support. And I'll keep working on this game until it's done and ready for release. Right. So, till next time. Peace out. Gonna go do more work. I thought I was done. There's always more. Why does everything break? Why is the RAM always gone? Alright, catch you next time. Peace out.